In the beginning of time, there was 0, which became 1, using 1/3, which became the many, infinitely. Each of these characters have been given specific names, but this is merely an identity or a label. These names have been given anthropological attributes as well. Over time, the flavor of the meaning of shapes has been lost in the pleasure and pain sensorium. But once upon a time, men truly understood. Time is a measure of distance, just as geometry is a measure of space, neither holding any truth, but built on the illusion. Memento mori said to the general after a victorious battle in Greek means, remember you must die. Some think that this phrase was said to remind the soldier of his impermanence and to avoid egotism. As they were highly spiritual and used divination and magical practices, it was noted in the Dodecahedron bronze amulet that was found scattered about the battlefields. The phrase memento mori is a reminder that at our best, we are gods. At our weakest, we are feeble, fallible humans. But in truth, it is a call or a reference to the mathematical logic of the world and the world builders, that we create division, thus we die to this world or in this world. We must then remember we created and are experiencing our own design. Time, space, physicality, and disembodiment are all the illusion. We're projecting the world as we see it, as we feel it, and it becomes whatever we say it is. And this is provable by simple math logic and by looking at sacred geometry for its realities. And when I say realities, I mean the rules of the multiplicity forms which take shape based off of a triangle shape, which is the original shape, based off of the monad splitting, becoming the dyad, and then the triad, or the symbol of the triangle, the triangular prism, the golden triangle, the gnomon. And if you know how to look at numbers in a specific way, they can be a pointer for you to see how this matrix was created and how we continuously create using these very same principles, and how everything, even the cosmos, is built around number. Which begs the question, how did it happen that the Almighty, the Unbegotten, and everything is now referenceable as a number or a triangle? What I'm talking about is everything and nothing. Because in putting a boundary around an energetic being and then applying scaling mathematics, light and optics, or a hologram, embedding its mind with a language built on these principles, such as letters, music, senses, art, industry, our very organs, the symmetry of the body. We can look to the isosceles triangle itself, or the obtuse triangle itself, as each of these trinary systems, when we give them life, we can call them entities, but when we look at them and their angular power, angelic power, we can see how they produce the Fibonacci sequence. We can see how they unfold or replicate or birth due to two-ness or three-ness or four-ness or five-ness into multiplicit forms. When we add volume, such as a prism, to any of these multiplicit states, structures, scales, entities of any of these shapes, we give it life. It gives life. Because the light flowing through that prism can be color, shape, rhythm, anything. And this is all about frequency, energy, vibration, and the turning, twisting, contorting, rearranging, flipping, spinning, broken spin, perfect spin, no spin of the torus. The multiple toroidal fields are embedded with these sorts of geometry. And this is why when we look upon nature, it looks self-similar. And we look at how nature looks as the structures in the body. And the cosmos is the same. Everything is the same. Because it was all mixed in the same cup. This is provable with simple math logic. But what does it mean? It means that this is an illusion and that we are everything we see. There is no real division. Division is done by a mathematician. It is done by a physicist. It is done by a baker or a golem maker. It is done by intention of using these shapes and symbols and rhythms and beats in light to divide one thing. The one thing is everything. And so, if we look at the triangle logic, we can see how it fits in with the Enneagram and what these ancient people were writing about on every symbol. On every ancient text, it points to this, or this may point to it. But number isn't what's real. And it isn't what the true matrix is made of. There was something in existence prior to this that was used. A portion of the unbegotten was used to create this reality. And this reality, due to the triangular math and scaling and geometries and light, can perpetuate a 3D world forever with infinite amounts of possibilities infinite worlds of all the same, building a blanket, a fabric, by weaving or casting a web around the infinite energy. We have planetary resonators because we are that. Humanity was one of the last creations, being dual, a mix of the infinite and finite. That is just the form and the consciousness we had access to. The soul was also a part of this creation. But what we are is pure energy, pure awareness, experiencing this great design. And when we're ready, and when we've had enough of the dream, we focus in on our pure aware state, and we leave all the triangles, squares, cubes, octagons, icosahedrons, dodecahedrons, and all the rest. The prisms, we leave it. And we go to the center of ourselves, the center of our mind, the center of our beingness, realizing we don't need to think. We need to be aware. Aware of the stillness, the void, which is everything. It's 100% of everything, not the 1/3 power we're using in this matrix. And when we cast our attention inwards, such as this, focusing deeper into the dodecahedral shape, simply detach from all of our addictions to this matrix of things. The beauty of nature is intoxicating. It's addicting because it's mathematical harmony. And our music is mathematical harmony. Our words, our language, our speech patterns, our bodies are mathematical harmony. And so it is like drinking of the waters of self, the limited self here. Our relationships are resonators for the finite life. But if you could give yourself permission to meditate, to breathe, to let go of word magic, sound magic, even the movies and TV programming which are tunneling you into a world of someone else's imagination built off of the triangle. Then you'll have a chance. You'll have a chance to still see the beauty here and appreciate and honor and love it, but we'll also have the ability to remember, and not in a thinking way, but in just pure awareness, to remember the creation and what came before it. To do this, we must be brave and courageous because we're entering the unknown. But now, if you have certain tools, such as the awareness of what I've already stated, and you can actually see the pixelations and shapes And you can actually feel the truth as it resonates with what I'm saying in probably billions of different ways, because there's billions of us here now. Then you can easily set it aside. You can pick it up later, and you can travel. Time is no longer an object. Time never was real. You can see how everything just is. And you can be at one inside. And instead of being an isness or a beingness, you just be. And you simply are.